Number 2, Noah Adams, defensive back.
It's the opening night of the Iowa High School football playoffs, and we are in Hartley for Class A District 1 rematch between the MMCRU Royals and the Hartley-Melvin Sanborn Hawks. This is Iowa High School football on Fuller Digital Solutions. I'm Tim Holmes. This is the Evertek pregame show. HMS comes into this one at 5-2 on the season, just 9 points away from being undefeated. The Hawks suffered a 1-point loss to Sibley Ocheyedan and an 8-point defeat to South O'Brien, a game in which they led the majority of the way. Sophomore Cooper Ebel leads the Hawks' offensive attack, throwing for 584 yards on the year and gaining 606 by the ground. Connor Dodd and Travis Camrad are also weapons in the ground game for HMS. MMCRU comes in at 1-6 on the year. Royals had a Week 2 non-district win against MVAO COU for their first win in 3 years. Since then, district play has shown to be too much of a challenge as the Royals have been outscored 226-32. Sophomore quarterback Casey Nix leads the passing game with 622 yards and 7 touchdowns this year. Junior tailback Eben Hicks has rushed for 201 yards, but averages just 2.1 yards per carry on the season. This is a rematch of the September 25th Tilton Marcus, won by the Hawks 62-0. We'll see if the Royals can keep it closer tonight. Royals, Hawks, coming up next on Fuller Digital Solutions.
What does Evertek mean to you?
It means internet made real easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, it means no limits.
Well, they are a lot more than just great internet. They have served rural Northwest Iowa internet customers for more than 30 years.
It means solid internet at a great price, and it's dependable too. With 24/7 tech support, we know we're always covered.
Rural customers deserve great internet too. Get Evertek's no limits internet in 20 counties in Northwest Iowa.
And welcome back here to Hartley-Peterson Field, home of the HMS Hawks, hosting first round district playoff action tonight against the MMCRU Royals. We'll go ahead and look at the offensive starting lineups for the visiting Royals. First, starting off on the offensive line for the Royals, at center, a 6'1 junior, number 55, Michael Rupp. At the guard positions, number 77, senior Tyler Frieders, and number 63, John Hoven, a 5'10", 200-pound senior. And at tackles, number 75, Braden Campoff, a 5'11", 245-pound senior, to go along with 6'4", 160-pound sophomore, number 52, Josh Wetter. Royals offensive attack led by quarterback, sophomore, number 11, Casey Nix. In the backfield with Nix is number 3, a junior, Eben Hicks. At wide receiver, split out wide, number 88, Preston Astidius, a 6'1 junior. And number 81, senior, Cade Pepper. In the tight end position, number 25, a sophomore, Bryce Tenniger. And in the slot for the Royals, number 15, a 5'7 junior, Brennan Stodden. Royals coached by Kyle Oswald, assisted by Colin Yude, Alex Wimmer, and Derek Mara. Royals coming to this one at 1-6 on the season, 0-5 in district play.
We invite all of our spectators to
The defensive starters for HMS
by being a positive
On the
role
line
model and
for the Hawks,
respecting
it end number 63, Kale Jacobson, a 6'5", 225-pound senior. At the other end position, 6'3", 217, sophomore, number 70, Lance Behrens. Head at nose guard, a 6'1", senior, Gabe Bronstead. The Hawks in a 5 linebacker set. Linebackers, number 3, Mason Brinkman. Number 50, Landon Elwood. Number 5, middle linebacker Travis Camrat. Number 13, Dawson Skipoff. And number 12, DJ Doyle. In the secondary for HMS. At cornerback, a 5'11 senior, number 2, Noah Adams. And number 23, a junior, Connor Dodd. And at safety, 6'1 sophomore Cooper Ebel. The Hawks are coached by Tyler Horkey, assisted by Steve Waxter, Mark Peterson, and Corey Ebel. HMS 5-2 on the year, 4-1 in district play. That lone loss coming to South O'Brien back in September. Tonight's contest. Tonight's corporate sponsor is Evertek, based out of Everly, Iowa. Evertek uses 40 towers to connect rural Northwest Iowa with no limits, high-speed internet, and 24/7 customer support. Contact Evertek today for a quote. We are about ready for kickoff here, as HMS will receive.
For the Hartnell Sanborn Hawks, number 23, Connor Dodd.
And it's Connor Dodd back deep to receive for HMS. It'll be number 15, Brendan Stodden, to do the kicking duties for MMCRU.
Number 15,
Oswald trying to get MMCRU
Brendan
back to
Stodden.
where MMC was in those glory days of 8-man football. It's Connor Dodd back to receive the kickoff for HMS.
Royals in their away white uniforms with the blue numbers, blue helmets, and blue pants. HMS in their home maroons with the gold numbers and maroon and gold helmet. And here's a return from HMS, and there's plenty of room on the open kickoff. And a cut back and finally brought down. Big return from Sam Hine. Hine all the way to the MMCRU 34. And HMS is in business to start tonight.
Yeah, obviously that's not the way the Royals wanted that to play out. They tried almost a squid kick, but it hung up in the air.
In the HMS offense, led by sophomore quarterback Cooper Ebel.
This year, the squid kicks teams don't want to kick it deep. They don't want to give up that big play in special teams. It seems like
A lot of teams kicking away from dangerous returners.
And Ebel is going to pitch it. And reverse play, Connor Dodd's going to get it, and he is drug out of bounds there by Brennan Stodden.
Connor Dodd is brought down by number 15.
Stodden, good job of staying home on that play. The Hawks faked the run up the middle and did a little end-around pitch. Dodd on a 4-yard gain to the Royals' 30-yard line. Bring up 2nd and 6.
I think as a defense, they're going to try and establish the option offense, immediately go to the midline look, make that handoff.
This is HMS's game. They want to control the ground game. The Royals were not ready for it in the first meeting between these two this year. Need to be much better tonight. Here's a run right up the middle. And Camrat, a huge hole, and he's going to run over Preston Astidius to finish the run. A 10-yard, 11-yard gain all the way to the Royals' 19-yard line. Actually down to the Royals' 17-yard line. First down, HMS. Just 30 seconds into this one in the Hawks in the Royals' red zone. Ebel under center with Camrat behind him in the fullback position. And here's Ebel, keeps it on the quarterback keeper on the option. Touchdown from Ebel as he prances into the end zone from 17 yards out. And it takes just 3 plays from scrimmage, and HMS leads 6-0 on a 17-yard touchdown run from Cooper Ebel. Ebel leads the Hawks in rushing this year, coming in with over 600 yards on the ground. Shows the effectiveness right away there. Ebel under center for the 2-point conversion. Camrat has it, and he's in for 2. And HMS leads 8-0 here. Just 47 seconds into this one. Big return from the Hawks inside the Royals 40-yard line. 3 plays later, they're in the end zone. Touchdown HMS. 2-point conversion's good. And the Hawks lead 8-0 here with 11:13 to go in the first quarter. We're going to head to a commercial break. We'll be right back with more playoff football on Fuller Digital Solutions right after this.
At American Bank, we take pride in showing our school spirit while in the stands and in the office. From the moment you walk in the door, you will feel the support because having customers like you is our greatest victory. Whether you're in the game or cheering from the crowd, score big by showing off J Pride with a Galen debit card. We hope you catch the spirit too because it's a great day to be a J. American Bank is wishing you a happy and healthy season. American Bank, achieving success together. Member FDIC.
And we're back here at Peterson Field in Hartley. Hawks an 8-0 lead in the first minute of the ball game. The kick attempt unable to be handled by Jonah Peterson. He'll fall on it back at the Royals' own 17-yard line. And the Royals, not good starting position for their first drive of the night. Casey Nix to lead the Royals offense onto the field. The 5'9" sophomore started every game at quarterback, -1 this year due to an injury.
Ball at the 17-yard line.
The Royals will come out with a two-back set. And here's a give up the middle. And it looks like Brennan Stodden on the carry for the Royals. Not much there. Going to lose a yard. Second and 11 for the Royals. Stodden gets first carry of the night. Possibly Campoff getting the carry for the Royals.
What a nice thing to have for this HMS coaching staff.
Looks like Carson Pick in the tight end position for MMCRU here on the second play from scrimmage. Here's an outside pitch. Royals try to get a reverse, and the ball's on the ground. HMS, a good job of penetration there and breaking that up. Landon Elwood in the backfield. Doyle made first contact. The Royals have to just fall on it. And the reverse attempt results in a huge loss back to their own 5-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and 23 for the Royals. Keegan Stevens in the slot closest to you with Cade Pepper. Split out. 4-wide set on 3rd and 23. Here's Nix, and he's just going to run out of his own backfield. He makes a couple guys miss, and he'll go down at about the 12-yard line. Nix able to get some breathing room on an 8-yard gain for KC. A smart play there. The last thing you want to do is make a mistake deep in your own territory. It's been all HMS here in the early going. Connor Dodd back to return this punt from Stodden. Dodd had a heck of an evening in Marcus 3 weeks ago in that HMS 62-0 victory. A pretty good kick from Stodden. Dodd's going to let it bounce. And now he will grab it. He's going to make a cut. And there goes Dodd. Tries crossing field. He's tackled from behind from Jonah Peterson. And Dodd looked like he was going to let that one roll dead, but turns into a 20-yard return there. 23-yard return for Dodd. And the Hawks in business again as they start this drive at the Royals' 28-yard line. 9:06 to go. First quarter, the Hawks an 8-point lead with the ball. Looking to strike again. Camrat, play action. Ebel, he throws it in the flat, and it's going to be caught by Dodd. And he just gets his foot in bounds. Good footwork from Connor Dodd on the reception. It's a first down for HMS, all the way down to the Royals' 15-yard line. 13-yard gain on first down, and the Hawks in business again in the Royals' red zone for the second time in 2 drives.
Came from that other slot back position and was down the sideline wide open. Dodd averages over.
Ebel under center, man in motion. It's Dodd in motion.
Now right to left. Sets up now in the slot.
Now Ebel rolls to his left. He's looking. He's got time.
Now rolls more to his left.
And he's going to take off running to the left now as he tucks it down. He gets to the 10, down to about the 7-yard line. 8-yard gain from Ebel on the run, but there's a flag behind the play. Laundry on the field may bring this one back, as that is in the vicinity of where you're going to see a hold. And there's a hold on HMS. The Hawks will move back to the 25-yard line where it'll be 1st and 20. Erasing an 8-yard gain from Ebel. Should have been up 2nd and 2 at the 7. So far, little resistance from the MMCRU defense as HMS getting everything that they want.
Started at the 28, so really have just gained a yard of field position at this point.
Ebel under center, a Camrat behind him in the backfield. And here's a pitch to Dodd, and he's going to get outside, and he's across the 15 and knocked out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and a 12-yard gain on first down from Dodd. Dodd was so good in that first game between these two with explosive play after explosive play, and he's done it on the special team so far tonight.
So it's going to be the second slot back, the trailing slot back that gets that pitch, with the first slot back leading the way blocking.
It's going to be 2nd and 9 at the 14-yard line. Ebel takes the snap. He's going to keep it on the option. He's going to get the pitch, and a good play out in the flat. And it's Evan Hicks starting at linebacker tonight. Hicks starting for Cam Steffen in that outside linebacker position. And Hicks, a great play defensively, stretching that out for a 2-yard loss. They'll bring up 3rd and 11 at the 16 for the Hawks. HMS not a big field goal kicking team as they go for 2 points most of the time. This is 4-down territory for the Hawks. 3rd and 11 at the 16. And here's a pitch to the outside. It's Connor Dodd. And he's going to be tackled by Stodden for a huge loss. Brennan Stodden, a great job of containment for the Royals defense. And that's going to bring up a loss of about 7. And now it's going to bring up 4th and 17 all the way out at the 23-yard line. Back-to-back plays, positive plays by the Royals defense. Hicks and Stodden making a couple of great plays to force a 4th and long. Here's Ebel, and he's under pressure, and he's sacked. He goes down. Campoff and Frieders get in there for the sack, and the Royals defense comes up with a big stop. After putting up little resistance in the first drive and a half there, the Royals defense comes up with a big 4th down stop. And they'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line. Campoff and Frieders get in there to record the sack. Royals will take over 1st and 10 at their own 29. Royals offense try to get something going here. Here's a handoff to Hicks in the middle and nowhere to go. The interior of that Hawks line, everybody was in there, led by Jacob Cates, it looks like.
You know what, Matt? You're going to give all the
Gabe Bronstead in there for the tackle for HMS. Starting nose guard for the Hawks.
They were not moving him at all, and it allowed those other players to get in on that stop.
Nix handles the snap. He's under pressure, and he's going to go down. Bronstead's in there again. Outside linebacker also got in there. That was Keaton Graves in the backfield as well. Graves and Bronstead teaming up for the sack for HMS. 2 plays from this Royals offense, and they've gone in reverse. They'll have a 3rd.
Loss of 5 about on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 16.
Looks like 3rd and 16 at their own 23.
It was all opened up by
The officials
Bronstead's
talking
push at nose
out by the line of scrimmage here.
Here between the officials near the line of scrimmage. And there must have been a flag that I missed.
And there's going to be a holding on the defense from HMS. I didn't. The flag's all the way out by midfield. And so the discussion was over the penalty, and back judge throws the flag for defensive holding in the secondary on HMS. That's going to wipe out a sack from the Hawks defense.
and wipe out the sack.
Looks like it'll be a defensive penalty. Will make it a 10-yard penalty, and they will replay second down.
Third down and about a yard to go for the Royals.
So third and a yard. Third and 1 at the 38. Next out of the shotgun, the Hawks showing blitz. And they might have given them on the hard count. A couple of the Hawks defenders jumped, and they did. So the official points in the direction of HMS. So back-to-back penalties on the HMS defense give the Royals their first down of the night. Ball's all the way out to the 44-yard line.
That's now 3 penalties for HMS in this game.
A couple of big penalties from HMS here early on.
They go 3 wide.
First and 10 from their own 4.
And here's man in motion. It's Stevens. Then they give it to Hicks. And Evan fumbles the ball. It's on the ground. And we'll see who has it. And HMS recovers the ball. And it looks like the recovery. Landon Elwood, I believe. Fumble recoveries. The Royals had a couple of positive plays go in their favor and then commit their first turnover of the night. So the Hawks will have it first and 10 at the MMCRU 38 to start their third drive of the game. Timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back with more football here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
If you're considering a new roof, you want to put your roof in the hands of Dave's Roofing. Dave's Roofing specializes in residential roofing and has over 10 years of experience. Dave's Roofing covers any job from a 60 to 80 mile radius of Sioux City and has a 10-man crew that completes most jobs in one day. Dave's Roofing will make sure the cleanup job is done right afterwards too. And the products installed are impact rated and eligible for homeowners insurance discounts. Look up Dave's Roofing on Facebook and check out the work that's been done and customer testimonials.
And we're back here at Peterson Field in Hartley. The Hawks an 8-0 lead with 5:56 to go in the first quarter. They will start their third possession of the night at the Royals' 38-yard line. All 3 possessions for HMS have been started in Royals territory. This one no different. Royals came up with a big defensive stop in the last possession. Hawks looking to cash in this time. Here's Cooper Ebel, gives it to Camrat up the middle, and he's going to be drugged down by Josh Wetter, but not until he gains. He's going to get about 9 on first down. He'll bring up second and 1 at the Royals 29. Camrat gains 9 on first down. And HMS is going to give it to Camrat right up the middle again. The Royals are going to stuff him after a couple yards. It's Camp off in there on the tackle, as is Frieders. The Royals doing a good job defensively up front, but a 2-yard gain there from Camrat gives him a first down. HMS at the Royals' 27-yard line. HMS not getting too cute with the offense here as they've given it to Camrat 2 plays in a row. And they're going to give it to him again. He's got a burst and a cut all the way down to about the 10-yard line. And HMS going back to the well, 3 plays in a row, giving it to Camrat, the sophomore, a physical runner. It's 6 foot, 175 pounds. He's tough to bring down. And HMS is determined they're going to come out and run it between the tackles on this possession. And Camrat's going to get it again. And in this one, he'll fall forward for a couple. Royals do a better job defensively there. Looks like Jonathan Hoven in the tackle. First time we called Hoven's name tonight.
this drive have come out 4 straight plays, run mid-level.
Royals in that 4-man front defensively. HMS gives it to Camrat up the middle, and he's going to be tackled down at about the 2. And a good gain there from HMS, and it's going to bring up 3rd and goal at about the 3.
Tackled by number 15, Brennan Stodden.
Stodden makes the tackle.
And about 2 yards to go.
Brennan leads this defense in tackles this year. HMS 3rd and goal at the 2. They're going to give it right up the middle. It's a QB sneak. And Ebel is just short. QB sneak from the 4-yard line. They do give it to him. The far official gives it to him. And it's a touchdown, HMS. And HMS now leads 14-0 at the 3:45 mark of the first quarter. We're going to have an injury stoppage as an HMS lineman down on the field. We can't see who it is yet, but we'll take an injury timeout. We'll be right back here after this commercial break.
My name is Scott, and this is my story. I've always been into cars, so I enrolled in the automotive program at NCC. The instructors there are very supportive and knowledgeable. And now, I own my own repair shop, and it all started at NCC.
My name is Gabby, and this is my story. I went to NCC for the Administrative Secretarial program. I currently work at Transova Genetics as the HR generalist, and I enjoy what I do. This is all possible for my degree through NCC.
And we're back here as the 2-point conversion was just completed by HMS on a 2-yard run from Camrat. And it's a 2-point conversion's good, and HMS leads 16-0 at the 3:45 mark of the first quarter. It was left guard Jesse Garcia who was down on the field for the Hawks. He was able to get up under his own power and come to the sidelines, which is a good sign. So far, all HMS. The Hawks a 16-0 lead in the first quarter. Just take a moment to thank our sponsors for tonight: Savings Bank of Hartley, Elgersma Agency, Sanborn Savings Bank, TCA, and Northwest Iowa Community College. Tonight's corporate sponsor is Evertek, based out of Everly, Iowa. Evertek uses 40 towers to connect rural Northwest Iowa with no limits, high-speed internet, and 24/7 customer support. Contact Evertek today for a quote. Number 12, DJ Doyle, set to kick off for HMS. Back deep for the Royals is Keegan Stevens to receive. And Stevens going to take this one on the bounce at the 25. Stevens makes a cut as he fights to get outside, and a good return from Stevens all the way out to the HMS 30. Out to the 35-yard line. The Royals will start at their own 36-yard line. First down.
Stevens looks ready to play tonight. That was a nice return from him. I wonder if they try and find a way to get him the football here. He's going to be in the
Royals come out in a 3-wide set. Nix at quarterback, Hicks in the backfield out of the pistol formation. And Nick's going to give it to Eben Hicks, and he's going to be taken down in the backfield for a loss. In this big defensive line from HMS, getting all sorts of penetration, led by Bronstad. And that's going to be Jordan Ortega who gets the tackle for HMS at a 2-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 12 back at the 34. And here's Nix to throw. And that's going to be almost intercepted by Doyle. The pass intended for Keegan Stevens on a curl. And that was thrown well behind Stevens to the inside, right to Doyle, but it's dropped. Doyle got an early Christmas gift, but I think he took off running before he looked it in, as that might have been going back for 6. Brings up 3rd and 12 for the Royals. Hawks showing blitz. They blitz off the left edge, and Casey nowhere to go. Now this is deflected in the air, and it'll fall harmlessly to the ground. And it's Lance Barron's getting his hands on the ball. Bat it down, and the Royals will go 3 and out.
falls in.
with a loss of 2 yards in that series of plays.
For the Hawks, number 23.
HMS will have Connor Dodd back to return this punt as the Hawks lead 16-0 here. Just under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Brennan Stodden back to punt, and this one is deflected, and now Stodden's trying to escape, and he's going to be, well, he's still going, trying to get outside, and he's going to be taken down all the way back at about the 28-yard line. And that long snap must have hit one of the Upman blockers, and Stodden just tried to escape after picking it up, but HMS all over him, and a turnover on downs. And
MMCRU territory. Again at the 28-yard line.
the Royals unable to execute that punt attempt, and now HMS will start their fourth drive of the game in MMCRU territory. Every drive so far has been started in the Royals territory. And now here's Ebel. He's going to run an option to the outside. And here's all sorts of running room to the right. And he makes a cut, and he's going to be tackled down at about the 12-yard line. And Trenton Vollink gets the carry on that pitch. The speedster had all sorts of running room out to the right. Vollink, the big gain all the way down to the Royals' 11-yard line. It's 1st and 10, HMS. Here's Ebel under center. He runs the option, the pitch to the left. And here's Dodd, and a good tackle out there by Preston Astidius on the tackle. Dodd tackled for a 1-yard loss on that pitch to the left. HMS continues to run that option game back and forth. Royals doing a better job containing to the outside. That time Astidius gets the tackle for loss. Here's Ebel, keeps it, and he's got some room as he cuts it, breaks it outside, dives for the end zone, and and the ball is fumbled as he reached for the end zone. Now the officials are going to talk as it goes out of bounds in the end zone. If he didn't cross, it would be a touchback. And now the officials are talking about it. No signal yet. And they are going to call it a touchback. So Ebel fumbles before he crosses the goal line. It goes out of bounds out of the side of the end zone. And it's going to turn into a turnover on HMS as the Royals will take over 1st and 10 at the 20 on the touchback. Ebel dove for the end zone full extension and lost the ball before he crossed the goal line. In a tough break for Ebel. It took that in from 12 yards out, or so he thought. The Royals forced the fumble, and 2 defensive stops from the Royals defense here with their backs against the wall, and now they'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20. Looks like Campoff in the backfield at the running back position. Here's Casey, throws it out to Astidius, and it's caught next to Astidius, and it's an 11-yard gain out to the 31, and it's a first down for the Royals on Nix's first completed pass of the night. That's a good curl route, good timing on that throw from Nix to Astidius. Results in a Royals first down. Braden Campoff stays in the backfield, and they're going to give it to him, but plays blown dead.
Number 75, I think, back there.
And I think we're going to have an offsides. HMS lines up in the neutral zone, and it's going to give the Royals a free 5 yards. Make it 1st and 5 at the 36.
Usually when you see different personnel like that,
Ball now spotted at the 36-yard line.
don't know what.
Be first down, 5 yards to go.
Up there, or Campoff is still in. He's still in.
At running back.
1st and 5 at the 36. Next to take the snap out of the pistol, he's going to throw it left, and this is batted up in the air, and it'll fall incomplete. That was number 63, Cale Jacobsma, the 6'5 senior, gets his paws on that one to knock it down. Royals tried to go with that curl route to the left side, work to the right, but the defensive front has some size to them and some height. couple of deflected passes from that HMS defensive line. 2nd and 5 for the Royals.
Down in 5, just over a minute to play first quarter.
And they're going to give it to Campoff up the middle. He absorbs the hit, and he'll gain about 3 up to the 39. It's going to bring up a 3rd and a long, 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2 for the Royals. Just 45 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Campoff played quarterback last year for the Royals. They've used him in that running back position here in short yardage downs this year. Now at 3rd and 2, Campoff still in the backfield. And Nix is going to keep it. He tries going left, nowhere to go. And he's going to go down back at the 35-yard line. And that's going to be a loss of 3 back to the 36. Nix nowhere to go there. And he faked the handoff. And I think it was a QB choice that he tried to keep, but good containment from Lance Barron's bottom of the screen just forced him down. So that's going to take us to the end of first quarter. After 1, HMS a 16-0 lead over the Royals of MMCRU. We'll be back with second quarter action right after this. You're watching Class A football on Fuller Digital Solutions.
What does Evertek mean to you?
It means internet made real easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, it means no limits.
Well, they are a lot more than just great internet. They have served rural Northwest Iowa internet customers for more than 30 years.
It means solid internet at a great price. And it's dependable too. With 24/7 tech support, we know we're always covered.
Rural customers deserve great internet too. Get Evertek's no limits internet in 20 counties in Northwest Iowa.
And we're back here at Peterson Field in Hartley, where the HMS Hawks at 5 and 2 on the year lead the Royals 16-0 in the early going. HMS 4 possessions, all of which started in the MMC side of the field. Were able to convert on 2 of them. Almost 3 as Cooper Ebel had just fumbled out of the side of the end zone. It resulted in a touchback. And now the Royals facing a 4th and 6 at their own 35-yard line as they look to punt it away back to HMS. Brennan Stodden will come on to punt for the Royals as Connor Dodd will be back to return this punt. Dodd has had a couple of good returns tonight already on the special teams side of things.
Brennan Stodden is back at his own 25 to punt this one away.
Connor Dodd deep for the Hawks.
Big
And skip that one, but Stodden handles it and he hits a good one. Good blocking from the Hawks, and here's Dodd's going to take it back at the 25, and he's going to cut it up. Makes a couple of cuts, and he's going up the middle of the field where he's finally drugged down. And it looks like tackles from Stevens. We do have a flag on the field. Looked like possible block in the back just as Connor Dodd made his first cut. Laundry on the field as the return went to the 43. We're actually going to have a hold on the play. Flag back at the 32.
If they end up winning tonight and
holding against the Hawks.
Defensive offsides.
And if they go 10 yards from the spot of the foul, HMS should start this drive around their own 22-yard line.
Trying to make a deep playoff run.
So by far tonight, the worst starting field position from HMS. See if that gives that Royals defense a little more breathing room rather than playing with their backs against the wall on each possession. And actually, they're going to have another penalty on top, possibly an unsportsmanlike. Look like a couple of penalties on that one's going to take this all the way back to about the 11-yard line.
So it's still first down and 10 after it backs them up at Hawks. Now their worst starting field position.
HMS will start this drive all the way back at their own 10. First and 10 as Cooper Ebel is under center. And he's going to look to throw. He goes to the seam. And Dodd was in the seam, but Astidius over top in a good position. Astidius actually the closest player
number 23.
to catching that. Good coverage as Stidius took a step up at first, but was able to recover as that ball was overthrown. Bring up 2nd and 10 for the Hawks. HMS doing a good job of trying to get Dodd the ball as one of the more explosive players on the team. There's Camrat up the middle, and he barrels ahead. He'll have about a 6-yard gain out to the 16. Bring up 3rd and manageable here for HMS.
Ball carried by number 5. Camera, tackled by
3rd and 5 at the 16. An opportunity for that Royals defense to get a 3 and out. And here's Camrat on the carry. They bulldoze ahead. He's still going. As he crosses the 20, he's going to be very close to a first down.
Ball carried by number 5.
And Camrat continues to give the Royals fits, and it looks like he's going to be just short. Half a yard short. Jonathan Haven with the tackle for the Royals. HMS looks to go for it here on their own 21-yard line at 4th and inches. And here's Camrat going to get the carry. Nope, Ebel keeps it, and he cuts it up, and he takes it to the 25. 4-yard gain from Ebel, and it's a first down, HMS. Brennan Stodden on the tackle. That Royals defense.
Other players mix in on offense, and Elwood, who we mentioned earlier, who recovered the fumble. He's in at right guard at the moment.
4-down lineman for the Royals defense is a heavy set for HMS. Here's Camrat. He'll plow ahead for about another 6 yards from Camrat on first down. Up to the 31. Carson Pick on the tackle.
Gain of about 6 yards on that play. 2nd down, 4 yards to go.
HMS, very run-heavy team, is getting chunks of yardage. As long as they're content with doing that, the Royals are going to have to get a little stingier in the middle. Here's a pitch from Ebel to the left side, and Dodd has it. He breaks a tackle, and he's going to get just tripped up as he crosses the 50-yard line. And tackle on that far side was Eben Hicks. There's a flag on the field back at the 36-yard line, and it's going to go on HMS. Have a holding call on HMS, and the Hawks continue to shoot themselves in the foot. A couple of turnovers tonight and multiple handful of penalties from HMS. So that hold is going to negate a good run from Dodd. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 9 when we come back here. We got a timeout on the field. 9:44 to go with second quarter. HMS a 16-0 lead over MMCRU. We'll be right back right after this.
Sanborn Savings Bank, Sanborn's hometown bank since 1899. Because we are your hometown bank, we understand the importance of offering you a wide range of financial services to help you meet your financial goals. We have checking, savings, and certificate of deposit accounts that will help you manage your money. We offer all types of loans for your individual needs. We are always ready to work with you to design a program to meet your financial needs. Sanborn Savings Bank, proud to support the HMS Hawks, member FDIC.
And welcome back here to Peterson Field in Hartley. HMS a 16-0 lead here with 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. Tonight's corporate sponsor is Evertek, based out of Everly, Iowa. Evertek uses 40 towers to connect rural northwest Iowa with no limits high-speed internet and 24/7 customer support. Contact Evertek today for a quote. Some other sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible: Savings Bank of Hartley and Elgersma Agency. And now play blown dead, and we're going to have a false start on HMS. So back-to-back penalties from HMS. Connor Dodd run, had it across midfield. Now they're going to be all the way back at their own 21-yard line, and a 2nd and 14 coming up. Other sponsors for tonight's contest: Sanborn Savings Bank, TCA, and Northwest Iowa Community College.
Coach Orkey and the Hawks know that, and I'm sure that's going to be discussed at halftime, as that's already the 7th penalty.
HMS 7 penalties here in the first half.
9:43 left to play.
A large reason it's only a 2-touchdown game thus far.
The Royals were able to win the turnover battle at Akron last week 5-0, but were unable to take advantage. See if they can do that tonight with these penalties from HMS. Here's Ebel to pass, and it's knocked out of his hand by Josh Wetter. And it looks like HMS able to recover it. And a good pass rush from the far side defensive end there. Josh Wetter, the sophomore, makes a good play. And that is going to make this a third and 20 back at the 15.
20 yards to go.
Knocked the ball out of Cooper's hand. The Hawks fortunate to get it back. 3rd down and 20 though.
3rd and 20 for HMS. Ebel under center. And he's going to roll out to his right. He's going to keep it. He's got plenty of room. He cuts it up. He crosses all the way out to the 35. He needed 20, and he got 22 all the way out to the 37. And the Royals lose defensive containment. And Ebel, a heck of a run there on 3rd and 20 to convert it.
37-yard line.
And that's kind of what has happened to the MMCRU team this year, unable to get off the field on 3rd downs, and a huge conversion from HMS. And here's a give to Camrat up the middle, and he's going to break a couple tackles, and he's finally chopped down by Hicks. But Camrat able to get about 8 yards on 1st down. And we're going to have a timeout on MMCRU as Kyle Oswald didn't like something from the sidelines. Timeout Royals. We're going to take it with them. We'll be back with the 2nd and 3. 8:27 to go, second quarter. HMS a 16-0 lead. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Elgersma Agency in Sanborn, real estate and insurance. For 40 years, Elgersma Agency has been helping clients sell homes, businesses, farms, and more. Using strategic marketing, your for sale will turn into sale pending soon. Elgersma Agency is proud to be a part of the HMS community and supports the Hawks all season, on and off the field and court. Contact Elgersma Agency when you're ready to sell. Visit us online at elgersmaagency.com.
16-0, HMS leads here in Hartley in this first round playoff action. The Hawks will have it 2nd and 3 at their own 45-yard line. Here's Ebel under center for the Hawks. He's going to give it to Camrat up the middle, and a good job defensively by the Royals up front. Jonathan Haven with the tackle.
Down by number 63 for the Royals, Jonathan Haven.
Clayton Shea also in there. And they are going to give 1st down to Camrat. Haven and Shea teamed up for the tackle there for the Royals. And now with tempo, Ebel keeps it, runs into his own guy, bounces off, and he'll gain about 7 yards on 1st down. Bryce Tenniger on the tackle. HMS looking to speed things up here at the Royals 46. Here's Ebel again. He cuts it up. He breaks a tackle from Carson Pick, and he cuts it up. He's still going, and he's finally brought down at about the 23-yard line. Keegan Stevens on the tackle for the Royals, but not until he gains 22. 1st down Hawks, and they're on the move. So hard to tell if Camrat's getting that option give or if he's keeping it. And now they do give it to Camrat. He's up the middle. He makes a cut at the 12, and he walks into the end zone. Touchdown Hawks. HMS has raced out to a 22-0 lead on a 22-yard touchdown run from Travis Camrat. The Hawks will go for 2.
Travis Camrat with a long run, 23 yards back to back. Ebel and then Camrat into the end zone.
Here's Ebel under center. He's going to keep it, and he's going to dive in for the two-point conversion is good, and HMS leads 24-0 here with 7:30 to go in the second quarter. We'll be right back after this commercial break. You're watching high school football on Fuller Digital Solutions.
My name is Gabby, and this is my story. I went to NCC for the Administrative Secretarial program. I currently work at Transnova Genetics as the HR generalist, and I enjoy what I do. This is all possible from my degree through NCC.
My name is Jairus, and this is my story. I went to NCC for instrumentation and control. Currently, I work at Interstates Control Systems and love what I do every day. I'm the lead project estimator for industrial control systems. I got this job at Interstates because of my degree from NCC.
And we're back here at Hartley. HMS has stretched their lead to 24-0. It's 7:30 to go in the second quarter on a 22-yard Travis Camrat touchdown. Two-point conversion converted in a 24-0 lead. Big conversion on 3rd and 20 there for the Hawks, and we're able to go all the way down the field for the score on a couple of big plays in Royal territory. Here's a return from Hicks, and he's going to lower his shoulder and take it out to the 40. So the Royals get starting field position at their own 40-yard line.
Number 3, Eben Hicks, a nice run back. Tackled by number 7, Brenton Thomas for the Hawks.
This MMCRU team had a little offensive success the last time with the ball, completing a 11-yard pass for a first down, but unable to take advantage of a couple of false start penalties on offsides penalties on HMS. Royals come out in that pistol formation with 4 wide receivers, and it's Stoddard in motion. They're going to look to throw here. Nix looks, now he's going to throw it out, and it's incomplete. Closest person to it was DJ Doyle. Doyle has been close to a couple of picks tonight. He was in that vicinity, but incomplete. They'll bring up 2nd and 10 at their own 40. Last time these two teams played was when Campoff played quarterback for MMCRU instead of Nix back in September. And now they're going to give it to Hicks, and he's going to be brought down for no gain. Hicks did a good enough job just getting back to the line of scrimmage. And another nice play by Bronstad from that nose guard position. HMS runs that 3-man front with 5 linebackers in there, rover around. So good at reading the play and making the tackle from that linebacker position, but Bronstad, a load in the middle of that defensive line, takes up a couple blockers on his own. Here's Casey on the snap. He's going to throw it deep to Stidius, and it's intercepted by Dodd. And not a bad throw from to Stidius. Nix short on that throw on the inside of the field is able to be intercepted by Connor Dodd. And that's MMCRU's second turnover of the night. Good coverage from Dodd. He went step for step with the Stidius. No separation there. Dodd went up and high pointed the ball for the interception, and the first interception of the night from Nix. And now HMS starts this drive on their own 33.
6:37 to go, second quarter. Ebel back under center quickly.
And here's Ebel. He's going to keep it, and he's got room as he cuts it up the middle. Breaks it back outside, and he's got one guy to beat. It's Stevens. Keegan is going to trip him up at about the 7-yard line. Ebel so shifty. Looked like he was going to cut it up the middle. Breaks it back outside to use a block, and he goes 68 yards down to the 7-yard line of the Royals. A big run from Ebel, 62 yards, first and goal at the Royals' 7-yard line. Stevens able to just track him down in time. Now here's Ebel's going to keep it off of a fake, and he'll dive down at the 3. Ebel, the leading rusher for this HMS team from the quarterback position, and now you see why. with this option attack.
The big play, and now you're quickly at the line of scrimmage, back-to-back play.
Second and goal from the 3. Ebel's going to QB sneak it, and he's close. And they're going to give it to him. He's in for a touchdown. And it's Ebel's second touchdown of the night. This one from 3 yards out. And HMS leads 30-0 with 5:53 to go in the second quarter.
145 yards rushing on just 10 carries in the first half with 3 touchdowns, and had a 4th touchdown just slip out of his hands and into the end zone as the Hawks almost had another touchdown.
HMS offense still on the field for the 2-point conversion attempt.
So they'll go for 2 now once again. Ebel under center.
Ebel, he's going to give it to Camrat, and he walks in. Off that left tackle, Camrat walks in for the 2-point conversion, and it's 32-0 HMS with 5:53 to go second quarter. All Hawks tonight. We'll be right back after this commercial break. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions.
Savings Bank of Hartley, proud to serve the Hartley area. Our team is committed to great customer service, dependability, going the extra mile. Convenient drive-through, online bill pay service, ATM service, loans, and so much more. Some of the many reasons to bank with the friendly team at Savings Bank of Hartley, with locations in Primgar and Lake Park. Visit us online at savingsbankia.com.
And we're back here. HMS a 32-0 lead on 4 touchdowns, 3 of which from Cooper Ebel on the ground, and 4 2-point conversions to go along with it. HMS a 32-0 lead here with 5:53 to go in the first half. Here's Doyle on the kickoff for HMS. It's short, and it's going to go out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. And the Royals will have it 1st and 10.
Last drive for HMS, quick strike, as we mentioned, 37 seconds, 3 plays, 67 yards. That's the quickest.
And they're going to mark it where it went out. It should be an illegal procedure penalty, and it is. And the Royals will start this possession at their own 35.
Very close to having 4 here in the first half.
Excuse me, their own. Yeah, their own 35.
For the Hawks, but everything else has been coming up roses for Cooper Ebel, who just seems to kind of really have asserted his dominance in this game, really looking for
Royals offense back on the field here, looking for some positive momentum and a big play to try to get something going offensively.
a big run, and he found a lot here in the second part of the first half of the
HMS has been very stingy on the defensive front.
something going on offense. Need to give Casey Nick some time to deliver some of these passes.
Nick's in the backfield by himself. He wants to throw. They want to throw a screen, and it's knocked down from Behrens. And that length of the defensive line for HMS continues to be a problem as Lance Behrens gets his big paw up there and knocks it down. Incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 10.
You know exactly what the Royals are going for. They're trying to slow down that pass rush.
Royals have had some success with that middle screen this year. They try to slip that one past the HMS defense, unable to do so as Behrens disrupts it. 2nd and 10 at their own 35 for MMCRU. And now flags fly, and it's going to be a false start on the Royals. Someone on that right side of the offensive line flinched. Back at back 5. Now we're going to have a 2nd and 15 back at their own 30.
Knocked on the way of the Royals so far, but they've played pretty disciplined as far as penalties are concerned, and that's just the first flag.
It'll cost them 5.
First flag of the night on the Royals. 5-yard false start penalty makes it 2nd and 15 back at their own 30.
Nix has 2 receivers split left. The tight end.
Here's KC. He looks to throw, and he's going to be under some duress. Rolls right. He throws it back to the field, and it's a jump ball, and it is incomplete. Oh, it's deflected. There's going to be an interception. Noah Adams deflected it, and then Cooper Ebel made the diving interception catch for HMS. What an athletic play from Cooper Ebel. And it's an interception, the 2nd of the night from KC Nix. Good coverage from Adams. And Ebel came out of nowhere in that safety position to make the diving catch for the pick. Showing his athleticism there as the quarterback.
Defense. some pressure.
Royals offense stuck in neutral as HMS has the ball to start this drive at their own 48. Ebel, he looks to throw. He rolls out to his right. He goes down the seam. He goes to Dodd and just overthrows him at the 15-yard line. Dodd had a step. Good toss from Ebel under some duress himself. The feet wasn't really set. Feet were not set at all, but he's still able to sling that one out there and give his receiver a chance. 2nd and 10 at their own 48. HMS went for the knockout punch there.
1 for 3 passing for 13 yards, as good as he's been on the ground. Has missed Connor a couple
and here's a give to Camrat up the middle, and he's going to be brought down. It's Brennan Stodden with the tackle. Camrat able to gain 8.
8 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
3rd and 2 at the Royals 43. So they'll mark that at.
3 levels to worry about. You have Camrat the B-back. You have the quarterback Cooper Ebel getting involved in the running game, and then that pitch man Connor Dodd, who's
HMS, pretty balanced attack, mostly running, but taking their shots in the air when given. Yet to hit on one. 3rd and 2 from HMS. They're going to give it to Camrat. He's got room up the middle. He's across. He makes a cut at the 30. And he's going to be brought down at the 20. And a good play from Stodden to save another touchdown. Brennan Stodden leads this team defensively this season. He's doing it again tonight as he saves a Camrat touchdown run. That one would have been from 30-some out. Camrat, for running straight downhill, made a nice juke move at the 30-yard line.
Carries to go with that touchdown. DJ Doyle getting a breather on the sideline.
1st and 10 at the Royals 20 for HMS. And they're going to give it to, here's Camrat up the middle. He breaks it again, and he's tripped up at the 8-yard line, and he's down with an injury. And Camrat down on the field. The tackle is from Astidius, but he's tripped up. Had a weird landing on that leg. He's down with an injury. We're going to take it with him here. Injury timeout on the field. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Fuller Digital Solutions started a little over 6 years ago doing Facebook Live videos for a couple ball games. And little did we know we'd have the 2020 pandemic and so many reasons for doing live streams on our new YouTube channel. We have 12 schools we cover: Mississippi, South Dakota, and Iowa, and we're always growing. If you're interested in working with FDS as camera operator or play-by-play for the many sports we cover, or if you would like to use our services to live stream your event, email us at fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com and subscribe to Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube.
My name is Justin, and this is my story. I really wanted to learn the proper and safe way of welding, so the Advanced Welding Technologies degree from NCC really helped me learn new and improved ways to do welding. It's all because of my welding degree from NCC.
My name is Tyler, and this is my story. I've always been interested in computers. I went to NCC for computer programming, and while attending there, I had great instructors, a great environment, and a great atmosphere. Now I work at Interstates, all thanks to NCC.
4 men on the far side towards the east end.
And the HMS fullback, sophomore Travis Camrat, down with an injury, was able to get up and walk off under his own power after an awkward landing on that left leg. Looked like he may have hyperextended it, but able to get up and walk off under his own power as he's able to give his teammates a high five as he comes to the bench.
12 by Travis on that run.
Camrat gains 12 down to the Royals 8-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and goal when we start play here again, as there's still a timeout on the field. Great to see Camrat up and moving, though. He's been the second best weapon tonight for the Hawks offense behind Ebel, but just a sophomore Camrat. Very, very good, and he's going to have a very good career here over the next couple of years. Good to see him get up and walk off under his own power. 4:18 to go here in the first half. HMS a 32-0 lead over MMCRU. Tonight's stream is made possible from our corporate sponsor, Evertek, based out of Everly, Iowa. Evertek uses 40 towers to connect rural Northwest Iowa with no limits, high-speed internet, and 24/7 customer support. Contact Evertek today for a quote.
He did have Astidius, if he gets that pass out in front of him, and allows him to...
And also a thanks to a few other sponsors, the Savings Bank of Hartley, Elgersma Agency, Sanborn Savings Bank, TCA, and Northwest Iowa Community College. Both teams come back onto the field here where HMS will have it first and goal at the 8-yard line of MMCRU. And with Camrad out, it looks like Keaton Graves will fill that fullback position behind the quarterback in this wishbone offense. Well, not wishbone, more of a double wing. And here's a Ebel QB sneaker. They push all the way down to about the 2-yard line. A 6-yard gain on that QB sneak. Bryce Tenniger on the tackle for MMCRU. HMS with some tempo. Get under center again is Ebel. They may just do another QB sneak, and they do exactly that. Ebel stood up, and he's going to keep going. He's going to get in for the touchdown as no whistle was blowing. And it was Royals' Braden Campoff who stood him up on the first attempt. But Ebel able to keep his feet churning and gets in for the 2-yard touchdown run. And it's Ebel's 4th touchdown run of the first half. And HMS now leads 38-0. With 3:48 to go in the first half. HMS will use a timeout before the 2-point conversion. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
What does Evertek mean to you?
It means internet made real easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and you know, best of all, it means no limits.
Well, they are a lot more than just great internet. They have served rural Northwest Iowa internet customers for more than 30 years.
It means solid internet at a great price. And it's dependable too. With 24/7 tech support, we know we're always covered.
Rural customers deserve great internet too. Get Evertek's no limits internet in 20 counties in Northwest Iowa.
And we're back here at Peterson Field as the Hawks set to come back onto the field and attempt the 2-point conversion, leading 38-0 with 3:48 to go here in the second quarter.
So this drive, as it stands right now, 5 plays, a minute 52, 52 yards to get into the end zone, and now the extra
Ebel
pending the 2-point conversion attempt.
under center. He's going to throw as he rolls to his right. He throws up in the air for Doyle, and he makes the catch as Doyle high points it. And it's completed for the 2-point conversion, and HMS a 40-0 lead here with 3:48 to go in the second quarter. You're watching playoff football here on Fuller Digital Solutions. We'll be right back right after this.
My name is Andy, and this is my story. I grew up in a trucking family, which led me to the diesel technology program at NCC. My one-on-one training and experience with my instructors allowed me to advance my career. This was all made possible with experiences at NCC.
My name is Matt, and this is my story. I graduated from the heavy equipment program at NCC. With the real-world experience, preventative maintenance, and surveying skills I gained there, it set me up to be an owner of my own excavation company. And it all started at NCC.
HMS a 40-0 lead. 3:48 to go first half. DJ Doyle set to kick off for HMS. Keegan Stevens back deep for MMCRU. Evan Hicks and Jonah Peterson are the up men.
Touchdown run, 3rd scored on a quarterback sneak here in the first half as HMS up 40-0 with 3:48 to go in the second quarter.
And Doyle approaches the ball and puts it in play. And this one short and left, and it is going to roll back into play as it's picked up at about the 15. Stevens nowhere to go. The containment from HMS will stop Stevens at about the 17-yard line. Nowhere to go on that return.
That was the key there, was
Hawks.
Everyone's
It'll be
sitting
first
there
down.
on the backside of that return and making sure that if
Royals have it first and 10 at their own 17.
Right, eventually wanted to come back left. There were going to be Hawks there to meet him and had nowhere to go.
Now running clock in effect. 40 to nothing.
Running clock in effect here with 3:10 to go in the second quarter and a HMS 40-point lead.
Times this year, it just makes a game go quick, makes a comeback really, really hard to do in a situation like this.
And here's Nix. He's going to throw it short. It's deflecting the air, and it's intercepted by Doyle on the deflection. And Doyle is going to take it back for a touchdown, HMS. Doyle had an opportunity earlier, and he didn't let this one pass him up on the deflection. Doyle picks it off at the 22 and takes it back for 6. And HMS now leads 46 to nothing with 2:52 to go in the first half.
And adds to this big Hawks lead. KC Nix, his third interception.
Nix's third interception of the first half.
Second return for a touchdown on the season. He had one against South O'Brien.
Most of it has come here in the second quarter as the wheels have really fallen off for the Royals.
DJ Doyle, who's been great at linebacker this season.
A 2-point conversion coming for HMS.
Comes off to congratulations from his teammates. Now his Hawks will go for 2. Noah Adams
And
replace
here's the
him.
give to... Nope, Ebel keeps it, and he's going
That was a broken
to
play
surge
right
forward, and he does get it. So the QB keeper on that option, Ebel able to dive in for the conversion, and a 48-0 lead for HMS. 2:52 to go in the second quarter. We'll take another commercial break. Be right back right after this. HMS, a 48-0 lead.
This changes everything. TiVo is here. Search and control your cable channels and streaming video with one remote. Use voice activation to find everything faster. Or set a one-pass recording. Then watch on any TV in your home. Or browse and view on Wi-Fi devices with the free View It app. Contact TCA to experience TiVo today.
Kicking off for the Hawks, number 12, DJ Doyle.
Doyle set to kick off after that interception return, 22 yards for a touchdown. Keegan Stevens back to return as he stands on his own 8-yard line. This kick from Doyle is short, and we're going to have a flag on the play on a false start on the HMS kickoff team. And kickoff will now take place from the 35 as we do it again. That interception return for a touchdown looked like KC Nix was trying to hit Keegan Stevens on a quick slant, and it got on Stevens before he was ready for it. As he got his hand up, he popped it up in the air and right into the arms of DJ Doyle for that interception return for the touchdown. Doyle set to kick off now from his own 35.
Doyle will punt it away again, kick it away rather from his own 35. This time it does go.
And Stevens will take this at the 21. And he's going to make a cut. I think he's tackled at about the 38. A good return from Keegan. 16-yard return.
Solid field position. Just over 2.5 left to play in the second quarter.
2.5 to go, second quarter. HMS a 48-0 lead in this one.
8-yard line. It looks like now 2. Actually, Bronsted's still out there. The number that caught my eye was number 50, Landon Elwood, who's playing some linebacker right now.
And defensively, it looks like Camrat is back in the middle linebacker position. Good to see him back out on the field for the HMS Hawks.
Fluke play on that one that he went down on.
Just maybe sprained his knee a little bit when it went.
Here's Nix out of the shotgun. He swings it out to Hicks. He makes a cut. And he's tackled at about the 41. And a 3-yard gain on the swing pass. A nice, easy pitch and catch for KC. Positive yards for the Royals.
Quickly getting it out of the hands of the quarterback. And
nice, simple play call for MMCRU to try to generate some positive yardage. Here's a Stydia split out to the left. 2 receivers right.
on this running clock.
And they're going to give it to Hicks.
Hand it off to Hicks.
Eben
Stutters,
and then he's going to take it for 2 yards up to the 43.
Off to number 3, Eben Hicks.
And HMS all over that. It's Bronstad in the middle.
72, Gabe Bronstad.
Gabe Bronstad. All of 6'1", 340 pounds.
5 yards to go.
He's been a handful for the Royals offensive line to handle.
Royals just 5 rushing yards unofficially here in the first half.
3rd and 5 for MMCRU at their own 43-yard line. 1 minute to go. And here's a rollout from KC. Throws it to Pick. Catch is made. Carson Pick on his first catch of the night. He's going to be just short. Well, they're going to give him a first down on that. First down MMCRU. Looked like he might have been short by half a yard, but the Royals get a generous spot. In 1st and 10 at their own 47, down to 27 seconds here on the clock.
Not really use those, just move the ball. Maybe they'll use one here after this play. As Nick's back to pass.
And here's a quick slant intended for Stodden is incomplete. Try that quick slant to the left. Not much there. Pretty good coverage from HMS. And we're going to have a timeout. MMCRU with 11.3 seconds to go. We're going to take this timeout with them. HMS a 48-0 lead with 11 seconds to go in the first half. We'll be right back after this.
What does Evertek mean to you?
It means internet made real easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, it means no limits.
Well, they are a lot more than just great internet. They have served rural Northwest Iowa internet customers for more than 30 years.
It means solid internet at a great price. And it's dependable too. With 24/7 tech support, we know we're always covered.
Rural customers deserve great internet too. Get Evertek's no limits internet in 20 counties in Northwest Iowa.
And we're back here at Peterson Field. Just 11 seconds left to go in the first half. It's all HMS and a 48-0 lead over the Royals of MMCRU.
The athletic boosters would like to thank the Hartley Ambulance and the Sanborn Ambulance for everything.
Royals have the ball. It'll be 2nd and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Athletic club will be mailed to the Hartley Ambulance and also the Sanborn Ambulance. Thank you all.
AM.com as well.
Matt, do you think we've seen the last offensive snap for Cooper Eagle here tonight?
Royals will line up here to run what should be the final play of the first half. Here's Nix to take the shotgun snap, and we're going to have a false start penalty. And it looks like it's Keegan Stevens in the slot who flinched on the far side. It's going to be a false start on the Royals. And that'll move it back to the 43-yard line.
That'll back them up 5.
Be a 5-yard penalty.
One timeout, but just 11.3 seconds to go. Maybe time for 2 plays to run something and then get that last timeout call. They've got 2 receivers split right, 2 left. The tight end is the left side of the line.
And here's the final play of the first half. Nix goes into the post route, into the seam there, and Fastidious had in his hands and dropped it at the first down marker, but nonetheless, clock is going to. They're going to give MMCRU a timeout with 0.1 seconds left in the first half.
One final play for
and Coach Oswald calls a timeout here at the end of the half. The Royals could have let it run out to the break, but Coach Oswald calls a timeout for the Royals. Just 1/10 of a second left on the clock here in the first half. Bit of a head scratcher here from MMCRU. Down 48-0 in the first half. Looking to run one more play. Not sure what trick play they have up their sleeve. HMS players were halfway off the field and came back on here, so got to figure preventative defense coming up on their end.
Trying to get better. You're playing in a playoff game, critical situation, even though the scoreboard lopsided, but for MMCRU a chance to work and become a better team. Something
this play will take place at their own 43-yard line. This will be the last play of the first half.
This is a young team with some talent. I saw Royals basketball team last year, a lot of freshman contributors. So there's some talented players here.
And here's Nix on the shotgun snap. Just looking, and he's going to be running for his life to the right, and he's just going to throw it away, and that will end the first half of play. So HMS will go into the halftime lock. They'll go into the locker room here at halftime with a 48-0 lead over MMCRU. And a big second quarter of play for the Hawks is blowing this one open. 48-0. We will head to a commercial break. We'll be right back with the Evertek halftime show right after this.
At American Bank, we take pride in showing our school spirit while in the stands and in the office. From the moment you walk in the door, you will feel the support, because having customers like you is our greatest victory. Whether you're in the game or cheering from the crowd, score big by showing off J Pride with a Galen debit card. We hope you catch the spirit too, because it's a great day to be a J. American Bank is wishing you a happy and healthy season. American Bank, achieving success together. Member FDIC.
If you're considering a new roof, you want to put your roof in the hands of Dave's Roofing. Dave's Roofing specializes in residential roofing and has over 10 years of experience. Dave's Roofing covers any job from a 60 to 80 mile radius of Sioux City and has a 10-man crew that completes most jobs in one day. Dave's Roofing will make sure the cleanup job is done right afterwards too. And the products installed are impact rated and eligible for homeowners insurance discounts. Look up Dave's Roofing on Facebook and check out the work that's been done and customer testimonials.
My name is Scott, and this is my story. I've always been into cars, so I enrolled in the automotive program at NCC. The instructors there are very supportive and knowledgeable. And now, I own my own repair shop, and it all started at NCC.
My name is Gabby, and this is my story. I went to NCC for the Administrative Secretarial program. I currently work at Transnova Genetics as the HR generalist, and I enjoy what I do. This is all possible for my degree through NCC.
Sanborn Savings Bank, Sanborn's hometown bank since 1899. Because we are your hometown bank, we understand the importance of offering you a wide range of financial services to help you meet your financial goals. We have checking, savings, and certificate of deposit accounts that will help you manage your money. We offer all types of loans for your individual needs. We are always ready to work with you to design a program to meet your financial needs. Sanborn Savings Bank, proud to support the HMS Hawks. Member FDIC. Sanborn Savings Bank, Sanborn's hometown bank since 1899. Because we are your hometown bank, we understand the importance of offering you a wide range of financial services to help you meet your financial goals. We have checking, savings, and certificate of deposit accounts that will help you manage your money. We offer all types of loans for your individual needs. We are always ready to work with you to design a program to meet your financial needs. Sanborn Savings Bank, proud to support the HMS Hawks. Member FDIC.
And welcome back to the Evertek halftime show. HMS a 48-0 lead here at the half over MMCRU. Just a quick scoring summary for HMS, as we don't have any stats available tonight for us. HMS broke in scoring just 47 seconds into tonight's game with a 17-yard TD run for Cooper Ebel. The PAT, or two-point conversion, was good to make it 8-0. Ebel then scored from 4 yards out to make it 16-0 after a successful two-point conversion. Move ahead to the second quarter. Travis Camrat scored from 16 yards out to make it 24-0. And Ebel once again plunged in from 3 yards out with 5:53 to go in the second quarter to make it 32-0 after a successful two-point conversion. Ebel then scores from 2 yards out with 3:48 to go in the second quarter to make it 40-0. And DJ Doyle returned in a Casey Nix interception, 22 yards for a touchdown to give HMS a 48-0 lead with 2:52 to go in the first half. The two-point conversion was good on that. So 6 touchdowns from HMS in the first half. 2-point conversions, good on all of them to give us a 48-0 halftime lead for HMS. We will be back with more on the Evertek halftime show with some other scores from around the area right after this. We'll be right back.
What does Evertek mean to you?
It means internet made real easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, it means no limits.
Well, they are a lot more than just great internet. They have served rural Northwest Iowa internet customers for more than 30 years.
It means solid internet at a great price. And it's dependable too. With 24/7 tech support, we know we're always covered.
Rural customers deserve great internet too. Get Evertek's no limits internet in 20 counties in Northwest Iowa.
Elgersma Agency in Sanborn, real estate and insurance. For 40 years, Elgersma Agency has been helping clients sell homes, businesses, farms, and more. Using strategic marketing, your for sale will turn into sale pending soon. Elgersma Agency is proud to be a part of the HMS community and supports the Hawks all season, on and off the field and court. Contact Elgersma Agency when you're ready to sell. Visit us online at elgersmaagency.com.
My name is Gabby, and this is my story. I went to NCC for the Administrative Secretarial program. I currently work at Transnova Genetics as the HR generalist, and I enjoy what I do. This is all possible from my degree through NCC.
My name is Jairus, and this is my story. I went to NCC for instrumentation and control. Currently, I work at Interstate's Control Systems and love what I do every day. I'm the lead project estimator for industrial control systems. I got this job at Interstate's because of my degree from NCC.
And back at Peterson Field here in Hartley, where it is all HMS, leading 48-0 here at halftime. And what was a 16-0 score at the end of one is turned into a 48-0 rout by the Hawks in this one. These two teams meeting for the second time this year. HMS a 62-0 win in Marcus 3 weeks ago. Trying to replicate that again tonight and well on their way with a big halftime lead here. We will take a look at some other scores, playoff scores from around the area here on our other Fuller Digital Solutions channels tonight. Ridgeview leads Akron Westfield in Class A action 13-0 in the second quarter. Fairlow District 1 foe South O'Brien a 16-8 lead over Westwood in the second quarter. That game being played in Polina tonight. Other Class A action, Galen Catholic at El Torilla. They are scoreless at halftime in that one. And the other Class A game, in a bit of a shocker here, West Monona a 14-7 lead over Woodbury Central at halftime in Mobile. Woodbury Central a 63-6 winner over West Monona last week. So West Monona a 14-7 lead and a bit of a shocker there. In 8-man action, Remsen St. Mary's a ranked second in 8-man, 43-8 lead over Grettinger Terrell Ruth Van Ayrshire in the second quarter. That one's in Remsen. In Harris Lake Park, a 35-0 lead over River Valley at halftime. And in 2A action, Algona a 29-0 lead over Cherokee at the half. That one in Algona tonight. And just to give you an idea on these pods, everything will be reseeded after the first two games. In this one, the winner of this one between HMS and MMCRU tonight in that first pod in Class A, they will get the winner of, actually pod number 2, the winner of tonight's game here in Hartley will play the winner of Galen Catholic and El Torilla next Friday night. Pod 1 is South O'Brien and Westwood. The winner of that one will take on the winner of Akron Westfield and Ridgeview. So you could have a few games on Fuller Digital Solutions next week out of those two pods. One team that was moved out of this district was Lawton Bronson. They are hosting Tri-Center Neola tonight in pod number 15, and AHST Avoca at Riverside, Oakland. Lawton Bronson was sent south as they hosted Tri-Center Neola tonight. We told you that score for Woodbury Central and West Monona. The winner of that one will get the winner of Council Bluffs, St. Albert's, and Sydney next Friday night as well. After these first two rounds, they will reseed each of the teams going forward.
But now we do start to think about the things that the Hawks can work on in the second half.
We had a couple of 8-player scores that related to our Fuller Digital Solutions broadcast tonight. The winner of Remsen St. Mary's and GTRA will host the winner of Boyer Valley and West Harrison. Coon Rapids Bayard received a bye in Pod 3. They host the winner of Harris Lake Park and River Valley. Once again, Harris Lake Park a 35-0 lead at halftime over River Valley tonight in Lake Park.
We will need to have some of the other parts of this offense kicking in here, but here tonight we've seen those things started.
The HMS Band is just wrapping up their halftime show. We have 4 minutes to go for second half action. We're going to head to a commercial break. We'll be right back with more high school football on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Fuller Digital Solutions started a little over 6 years ago doing Facebook Live videos for a couple ball games. And little did we know we'd have the 2020 pandemic and so many reasons for doing live streams on our new YouTube channel. We have 12 schools we cover: Mississippi, South Dakota, and Iowa, and we're always growing. If you're interested in working with FDS as camera operator or play-by-play for the many sports we cover, or if you would like to use our services to live stream your event, email us at fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com and subscribe to Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube.
My name is Justin, and this is my story. I really wanted to learn the proper and safe way of welding, so the Advanced Welding Technologies degree from NCC really helped me learn new and improved ways to do welding. It's all because of my welding degree from NCC.
My name is Tyler, and this is my story. I've always been interested in computers. I went to NCC for computer programming, and while attending there, I had great instructors, a great environment, and a great atmosphere. Now I work at Interstates, all thanks to NCC.
What does Evertek mean to you?
It means internet made real easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and you know, best of all, it means no limits.
Well, they are a lot more than just great internet. They have served rural Northwest Iowa internet customers for more than 30 years.
It means solid internet at a great price. And it's dependable too. With 24/7 tech support, we know we're always covered.
Rural customers deserve great internet too. Get Evertek's no limits internet in 20 counties in Northwest Iowa.
My name is Andy, and this is my story. I grew up in a trucking family, which led me to the diesel technology program at NCC. My one-on-one training and experience with my instructors allowed me to advance my career. This was all made possible with experiences at NCC.
My name is Matt, and this is my story. I graduated from the heavy equipment program at NCC. With a real-world experience, preventative maintenance, and surveying skills I gained there, it set me up to be an owner of my own excavation company. And it all started at NCC.
This changes everything. TiVo is here. Search and control your cable channels and streaming video with one remote. Use voice activation to find everything faster, or set a one-pass recording. Then watch on any TV in your home, or browse and view on Wi-Fi devices with the free View It app. Contact TCA to experience TiVo today.
At American Bank, we take pride in showing our school spirit while in the stands and in the office. From the moment you walk in the door, you will feel the support, because having customers like you is our greatest victory. Whether you're in the game or cheering from the crowd, score big by showing off J Pride with a Galen debit card. We hope you catch the spirit too, because it's a great day to be a J. American Bank is wishing you a happy and healthy season. American Bank, achieving success together. Member FDIC.
And welcome back here to Hartley and Peterson Field, home of the HMS Hawks. All HMS tonight at a 48-0 lead at the break. Just a couple minutes to go here to the start of the second half. Look at it, the second half starting lineup here for the Royals.
Good Mustangs team that only lost this season 2 undefeated.
MMCRU, we looked at the starting lineups offensively for them to start the game. Defensively here, a lot of the same names playing both ways. The defensive tackles is number 77, Tyler Frieders, a 6', 245-pound senior. The other defensive tackle position, number 63, John Hoven, 5'10", 200-pound senior. Defensive ends, number 75, Braden Campoff, at 235-pound senior. And defensive end Josh Wetter, number 52, at 6'4", 160 pounds, just a sophomore, is Wetter. We did mention earlier tonight at outside linebacker position, Cam Steffen is out for the Royals tonight. Starting in his place was number 3, Eben Hicks, the 5'8", 150-pound junior, getting the start. Made a few tackles from that linebacker position. The other outside linebacker, the leader of the defense, number 15, Brennan Stodden. Inside linebackers, number 6, the junior Carson Pick, and number 25, a sophomore Bryce Tenniger. Secondary, your corners, the junior number 4, Keegan Stevens, and number 81, a 5'10", 155-pound senior, Cade Pepper. The safety position, Roman center field, is number 88, the 6'1", junior Preston Astidius. HMS, with this lead, you got to figure you're going to see a few more players get in here in the second half just to avoid any injuries. Defensively for HMS, that three-man front, we've talked about nose guard Gabe Braunstedt. He's been a handful for MMCRU to try to handle inside. Defensive ends, Lance Barron at 6'3", 217 pounds, just a sophomore. And Cale Jacobsma at 6'5", 225-pound senior. A lot of size up front from HMS in that three-man front. Mason Brinkman, Landon Elwood, Travis Camrat, and DJ Doyle at the linebacker position. Dawson Skipoff, I believe, is out tonight. Normally be a starter. Your corners, Connor Dodd and Noah Adams. Safety, quarterback Cooper Ebel. DJ Doyle, at that pick 6 in the second quarter, returned it 22 yards for a touchdown. As we mentioned, HMS probably look to get some different faces in the ball game here in the second half. MMCRU will receive the second half kickoff. Down 48-0 here. Looking for some positives, especially on the offensive end. They haven't been able to move the ball successfully at all tonight. MMCRU looking to get that goose egg off the board here as soon as possible. Through 6 quarters this year, HMS not allowed MMCRU to score a single point. Doyle to kick off for the Hawks, and this one short, and it's caught. Looks like it's Jonah Peterson who's going to make a cut, and he'll go down at about the 36-yard line. The Royals have pretty good field position to start the second half at their own 36.
Tackle by number 25, Keegan Gray.
Royals will start with that same offensive group. Nix at quarterback, joined by Evan Hicks in the backfield. Astidius, Stevens, Pepper at wideouts, and Carson Pick at the tight end position. Here's a give to Hicks up the middle, a collision, and he's going to lower his shoulder and
Hands off.
Pick up about 5 up to the 41.
To the left side.
And Hicks, with one of his better runs of the night, it's about 4.5. Landon Elwood, the tackle for HMS. We'll bring up 2nd and 6 at the 42.
Some positive momentum. Fastidious split out wide to the left for MMCRU along with
That pistol formation again for the Royals offense. And they give the hard count. Jacobsman jumps for HMS on the hard count. The Royals are going to get a free 5 yards on this one. We'll make it 2nd and short. 2nd about half a yard.
That'll give them 3-5 and be just short of the first down, be 2nd down and less than a yard.
Yeah, as a defensive coach, Coach Waxter is obviously happy with his team's aggressiveness and wanting to get it off the firing line.
Same formation flip for the Royals this time. Pepper to the left and Pick at the tight end position. They're going to give it to Hicks, and he's met in the hole. He falls forward, and I think he's just short of the first down still. Keaton Graves makes the tackle for HMS as he met him in the hole. No gain for Hicks there. And it's still going to be 3rd and short for MMCRU.
Short, no gain on the play, 3rd down and 1.
You know, credit to Hicks, though, because Graves got a hold of him, I think, a yard in the backfield. Hicks was able to get back to at least the line.
3rd and short for the Royals out of the pistol formation. And they're going to give it to Hicks, and he gets through the hole in the initial line, and he crosses midfield. He's tackled at the HMS 48-yard line. 1st down, Royals. A good run from Hicks.
Hey, Matt, going back to that comment we made about...
Going back to last week's game for MMCRU, Hicks started to have much more running room in the 3rd quarter, and as the line started getting a better push in that game. See if they can do that again tonight, and a positive couple of plays for the MMCRU offense here to start the 2nd half. Here's KC on a play action. He's got Stevens, and he turns the corner, and he takes it to the 35-yard line of HMS, and a 14-yard gain for MMCRU. DJ Doyle pushes him out.
Coach Oswald saw that same thing we did in the first half.
And the Royals back-to-back first downs.
Things happen, and that's him able to use the play fake.
Puts him at the HMS 35.
To the advantage of the Royals.
And now here's a snap, and Hicks is going to be stood up at the line of scrimmage. KC had to handle that snap as it surprised him there.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
No gain on the play. We'll bring up 2nd and 10. Gabe Ronstadt able to stand Hicks up in the hole.
He's been super impressive up front tonight. Just literally.
Royals just have no answer for Gabe up front.
Hold the line.
Here's KC, looks to his left in a slant, and it's going to be deflected in the air and intercepted from Ebel. And Ebel's going to look to the outside, and he'll be tackled at about the 50-yard line. And the interception for Ebel is the 4th of the night for KC Nix. That's returned all the way to the 49-yard line of MMCRU, and it'll be 1st down for the Hawks.
47-yard line.
Mark that at the 48.
Interception of the night, but that one not on
and HMS.
No, that was unfortunate. Went through the hands of the receiver, and for Cooper Ebel, that's his 2nd interception.
We'll have a.
I thought for a moment there,
looks like a new quarterback in. Ebel is on the sidelines here as the HMS offense goes to work. It's DJ Doyle under center. Keaton Graves in the backfield, and it's a fumbled snap. Doyle jumps on it.
DJ Doyle falls on it.
Doyle is the backup quarterback, starting wide receiver and linebacker, but is the backup quarterback, but not used to taking those snaps.
Doyle started at linebacker and wide receiver tonight. Also the backup quarterback for HMS. Getting some snaps here. And it's 2-yard loss on 1st down, and here's Doyle going to follow the fullback, Graves, and he's going to push ahead for about 6. And a pretty good gain on 2nd down there, and bring up 3rd and about 7 at the Royals 45-yard line.
The defense as they're attacking that fullback, but it also allows
7 yards to go.
Blocker, and then the quarterback's able to play off of that. And when you have a great big quarterback like you do in DJ Doyle, he can almost hitch his wagon to that B-back, and it's almost a gimme for 3 yards.
Doyle under center for the Hawks offense. And he's going to look to throw. He's got some pressure, and his arm's hit. The pressure comes from Braden Campoff. Jonathan Hobbin also in there. A good push from the Royals front four to cause some disruption. It brings up 4th and 7
Was pressured immediately, but Doyle also
at the 45.
to navigate another defender that was in his face, as you said, hit his arm, and he also was throwing off of his back foot. So not a lot in line there for the Hawks.
Under 6 to play.
4th and 7, Hawks with the ball, and there's a pitch to the outside. It's Connor Dodd. He's got room to the left, and he is a sprinter at speed. He's going to go all the way. Connor Dodd from 45 yards out, and a touchdown for the Hawks.
Number 23, Connor Dodd.
And we talked about Dodd having a heyday against MMCRU in the first outing. First meeting between the two teams. Comes up with his first really explosive play to the end zone tonight on a 45-yard touchdown run for Connor Dodd.
On 4th down and 7, now has 56 yards.
And the 2-point conversion coming for the Hawks.
Coming on that big play there, his first touchdown of the night. Hawks going for 2, Doyle under center.
And here's Doyle going to follow Graves, and he's going to get in. Initial contact was behind the line of scrimmage, but Doyle falls forward for the 2-point conversion, and that's going to make it 56-0 in favor of HMS. 5:42 to go, third quarter play. We'll take a commercial break. We'll be right back with more high school football on Fuller Digital Solutions.
If you're considering a new roof, you want to put your roof in the hands of Dave's Roofing. Dave's Roofing specializes in residential roofing and has over 10 years of experience. Dave's Roofing covers any job from a 60 to 80 mile radius of Sioux City and has a 10-man crew that completes most jobs in one day. Dave's Roofing will make sure the cleanup job is done right afterwards too. And the products installed are impact rated and eligible for homeowners insurance discounts. Look up Dave's Roofing on Facebook and check out the work that's been done and customer testimonials.
HMS a 56-0 lead over MMCRU. 5:42 to go in the third quarter. Another kickoff coming from HMS is DJ Doyle to do the kicking duties after converting the 2-point conversion for HMS. Keegan Stevens back to return the kick as he stands at his own 13-yard line, and he'll take it from the 17. Stevens tries to cross field, nowhere to go. And Graves with a great tackle on Stevens as he tries going across field. And Stevens would be tackled at about the 26, and a 9-yard return for Stevens. MMCRU starts this drive at their own 26-yard line. We talked about Connor Dodd having a great game against MMCRU in their first meeting in Marcus. Dodd rushed 8 times for 215 yards and 3 touchdowns in that meeting. Also had a kick return for a touchdown that night as well. And here's the give to Hicks. Tries to find a room and to run, and he squeezes through the line on the right side. And about a 3-yard gain.
2 yards on that play. Second down, 8 yards to go.
We'll give him about 3 yards on first down for Hicks. It'll bring up 2nd and 7. At the 20, call it the 29.
Now just 10 carries, 10 yards, and Hawks rush defense has done a great job defensively overall.
And here's play action as KC rolls to his right, and that throw is incomplete, intended for Carson Pick. Good coverage there from HMS. Doyle in coverage out there. It also looked like Landon Elwood was out there as well. HMS so good defensively, using that 3-man front with plenty of size and letting those 5 linebackers roam around to make plays at the line of scrimmage or pass coverage. They do both exceptionally well. And here's motion, a couple of outs, and an incomplete pass intended for Stevens. And Stevens went in motion to the left and on a sprint out there, tries throwing it to him, but really a defender there in that same vicinity as Stodden was also running the same pass pattern. Some confusion there, but pass would have been short of the first down anyways. 4th and 7 for the Royals as Stodden sets to punt this one away. And a low kick from Stodden, and a good Royals roll to the 32-yard line is where it goes out of bounds. HMS will start their offensive possession at their own 32. Continuous clock is in play as we're just under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. And I think we've seen the last of Cooper Ebel offensively tonight. DJ Doyle led the last touchdown drive for HMS. And will stay on the field to lead this one as well. A few new faces coming in for HMS as it looks like Brenton Thompson, the junior wide receiver in the ball game, as is Keith DeBoer, also a junior receiver. Bull checks in. Here's DeBoer, split out to the bottom side of the screen. Here's Doyle. He's going to keep it, and he cuts it in the middle. Now he goes across. Doyle breaks through a couple of tackles, and now it's a foot race. And Doyle's going to take it to the house as Stevens can't catch him. And for 68 yards, DJ Doyle with his second touchdown of the night, his first on the offensive side. A big 68-yard run, the biggest play of the night to reach the end zone for HMS.
68 yards out. Yeah, something didn't quite look right about
HMS a 62-0 lead with 2:02 to go in the third quarter.
To tackle him, but he had all kinds of space, and at 6'3", 213 pounds, showing elusiveness.
Doyle kept it on that option keeper and just followed Graves through the hole, broke a couple of tackles, and took off. There's Doyle under center on the two-point conversion. He's going to follow Graves again, and the Royals get a stop. So for the first time tonight, the Royals get a stop on the two-point conversion. But HMS leads 62-0 here with 2:02 to go in the third quarter. We're going to head to a commercial break. We'll be right back with more playoff football right after this.
What does Evertek mean to you?
It means internet made real easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and you know, best of all, it means no limits.
Well, they are a lot more than just great internet. They have served rural Northwest Iowa internet customers for more than 30 years.
It means solid internet at a great price. And it's dependable too. With 24/7 tech support, we know we're always covered.
Rural customers deserve great internet too. Get Evertek's no limits internet in 20 counties in Northwest Iowa.
And we're back here at Peterson Field in Hartley, where the Hawks lead 62-0 over the MMCRU Royals.
Number 6.
Tonight's corporate sponsor for our streaming service is Evertek, based out of Everly, Iowa. Evertek uses 40 towers to connect rural Northwest Iowa with no limits, high-speed internet, and 24/7 customer support. Contact Evertek today for your quote. And a new kicker from the Hawks here. A short kick is caught and returned from Zach Specht as he goes across the 45 and all the way down to the right in midfield here. It looks like they'll spot it. And it's Zach Specht on the return. The new kicker from HMS there is Trenton Volek, the sophomore. The Royals offense will have it 1st and 10 at midfield. The Royals starters still in here on the offensive end. And here's KC to throw, and catch is made from Pepper. And it positive yards on first down as Casey Nix completes the pass to Cade Pepper for the five-yard gain at the HMS 45. It'll bring up 2nd and 5.
We've seen MMCRU have some success on those quick hitting routes
That's been some of the better offensive plays MMCRU's had tonight on the shorter pass patterns. Here's Hicks, the run up the middle. He breaks the first line fence. He'll get 3 yards on that carry. Cale Jacobsma on the tackle. It's a good play by HMS, getting a little penetration up front, but Hicks able to get some positive yards. Brings up 3rd and 2 at the 42. Looks left, he throws left, and it is a hook and ladder, and it's caught and pitched to Campoff, and he's in a foot race to the end zone, and it's caught and tackled at the 15-yard line. And Cooper Ebel tracks him down on the hook and ladder, but what a good play from the Royals. It didn't look like it was even going to be caught. Pretty good coverage from HMS, but it was the Stiddies who made the catch and the pitch to Campoff on the hook and ladder. And it is a 22-yard gain for the Royals at the end of the 3rd quarter. HMS a 62-0 lead here at the end of the 3rd. We'll be right back with 4th quarter action after this. You're watching Playoff Football on Fuller Digital Solutions.
My name is Scott, and this is my story. I've always been into cars, so I enrolled in the automotive program at NCC. The instructors there are very supportive and knowledgeable. And now I own my own repair shop, and it all started at NCC.
My name is Gabby, and this is my story. I went to NCC for the Administrative Secretarial program. I currently work at Transova Genetics as the HR generalist, and I enjoy what I do. This is all possible for my degree through NCC.
And we're back here at Peterson Field in Hartley. Starting the 4th quarter here, a 62-0 lead for HMS in this Class A District 1 rematch in pod number 2 of the playoffs. It's been all Hawks tonight. MMCRU with their first threatening drive after a hook and ladder from Astidius to Campoff on a 3rd and 3.
Our cheerleaders. If you would just stand, ladies and gentlemen, on both sides of this football.
Campoff takes the pitch, and we've seen MMCRU have success with that hook and ladder last week at Akron Westfield for a 22-yard gain, and they take it there for about 27, and it'll give the Royals a 1st and 10 at the HMS 15, where they threaten for the first time tonight. And HMS still has a few starters in here defensively. Through 7 quarters this year, HMS has not yielded a point to MMCRU yet. Winning the first meeting 62-0 and have that exact score here tonight.
First down, ball on the 15.
The Royals looking to crack through and score.
Now out into the game. Different safety for HMS number 20.
And here's Nix out of the pistol formation. And he's going to look left. He's going to throw it up in the air in the end zone. And it's overthrown to Cade Pepper. Connor Dodd in coverage for HMS. Dodd had an interception earlier tonight. Good coverage from Dodd. Going step for step with the senior Cade Pepper.
And defending over there, number 23, Connor Dodd.
Royals 2nd and 10 here at the 15.
It's Ryan Bourne who is at safety now, number 20. I was caught off guard. I thought he was number 24. He's number 20, looks like.
And here's a give to Hicks, and he's going to be stood up in the hole right at the line of scrimmage.
Pardon me. And he did not get anything on 2nd and 10. Back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain from Hicks on that carry. It'll bring up 3rd and 10 at the 15. Landon Elwood on the tackle for HMS.
10 yards to go.
Defensive line with Behrens and Cale Jacobsma as the defensive end.
Behrens, Jacobsma,
Changes a couple of the linebacker spots, but for the most
and Bronstead still in the game on that defensive line or that defensive front for the Hawks. Here's a 3rd down play as it throws out to the right, and it's incomplete. Intended for Stevens. Doyle in coverage. That throw slightly underthrown from Nix. Just not much room to work with there regardless. And that's going to make it 4th and 10 for the Royals.
done him a lot of favors tonight.
Stevens
Now fourth down big.
comes out as Astidius comes in.
On the field here, try to convert this fourth down.
Stodden also split out to the right with Astidius. Pepper to the left.
Astidius and Stodden to the right.
Pick in at tight end. Here's a play action, and now a screen to Hicks. And HMS all over that screen pass attempt. And Bronstad read it and makes the tackle from that nose tackle position. So great instincts from the nose tackle. Bronstad to make the tackle, and it's a turnover on downs. HMS will take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line. 9:35 to go in the game. HMS a 62-0 lead. And a few other players coming in for HMS on this offensive series. And here is a dive up the middle.
For HMS, Zach Pearson, 5'8", 160-pound freshman quarterback, and he hands it off.
And looks like Zach Pearson in at quarterback for HMS. The freshman takes his first snap tonight.
Tackled by number 63, Jonathan Haven for the Royals.
Jonathan Haven on the tackle for MMCRU on that last play. And a 2-yard gain makes it 2nd and 8 for HMS.
Told us to look out for here in the second half if HMS.
And here's another give up the middle. Not much room there as Tyler Frieder's in on the tackle for the Royals. Looks like Shea also in the backfield to make the play.
Keeper by number 9, Zach Pearson.
Pearson, no gain on that play as he kept it. Brings up 3rd and 8 for HMS.
Unfamiliar territory here tonight.
Spencer McCarter
HMS to keep this on the ground though with
checks in, as does Tommy Den Hertog. Split out to the left.
Pearson once again.
Pearson, he's going to go to the right, and he gives it up the middle. And a good gain from the Hawks. He needed 8, and he's going to be about a yard short.
25-yard line, came up about a yard short of the first down. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Needed 7, got 6.
And it's going to bring up 4th and 1 for HMS. We'll see the HMS is going to keep the offense on the field here, as it's 4th and 1 at their own 20 to 25-yard line, 30-yard line, excuse me.
Doing it there at D-back, at fullback, and we'll see
heavy set from both sides, and the QB sneak from Pearson, and I think he got it. He did. First down HMS on the QB keeper. Freshman Zach Pearson lunges ahead for a first down.
Tackled by number 63, Jonathan Haven.
2 yards and a first down.
Jonathan Haven, the tackle for MMCRU.
Those big offensive linemen got the push from behind and able to pick up the needed yardage quite easily in hand.
Total team effort there. Big first down on the 4th down conversion.
And they have it. HMS has it 1st and 10 on their own 26.
Here to end this game now is
Freshman Pearson in at quarterback for the Hawks. Here's a pitch, and Volek is going to be chased down by Jason Kirshner.
Number 9 and number 6, Trenton Volek is tackled behind the line.
And Kirshner, the first time we've called his name tonight, makes the tackle, and about a 7-yard loss on first down back to the 20. A positive defensive play for the Royals to win first down.
One of the offensive tackles at one of the guard spots, Wyatt Borden, 5'10", 217-pound junior.
Ethan Dean, a running back as well for HMS, the sophomore, 5'10", 140-pounder.
Give up the middle, no room.
Quarterback keeper, number 9, Zach
And
Pearson.
Pearson keeps it for no gain. He's tackled at the 20. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 17.
15 yards to go.
5:50 to go in the game. HMS a 62-0 lead. They've been in control from the start on this one.
We haven't seen that tonight, but I saw that earlier.
Really replicated the first meeting
defensive
in Marcus 3 weeks ago, where they won that one 62-0.
2:30 to go, third down and long.
Here is Pearson going to keep it up the middle and nowhere to go.
Quarterback keeper Pearson.
He's going to get maybe a half yard, and it's going to bring up 4th and 17, and here comes the punt team for HMS. And for the first time tonight, HMS will punt.
For the Royals.
Keegan Stevens will have his heels on about the 45-yard line. It's DJ Doyle set to punt for HMS.
DJ Doyle is in to pump this one away. Keegan Stevens back in his own 46 to return it. Doyle standing at his own 10.
Here's Doyle, and a pretty good rush from the Royals, and it's partially blocked as it's going to go sideways out of bounds, and it's going to net about 5 yards is all, and MMCRU is going to have it 1st and 10 at the HMS 24-yard line. And a good surge from that far side of the line, able to get a deflection on that punt attempt, and good special teams play from the Royals gives themselves another opportunity to score. 1st and 10 at the HMS 24, 4:12 to go in the game. Here's KC, he's going to roll to his right. No one open, he's going to throw it. He's got Pepper, and it just overthrows him at about the 12. Incomplete. The different levels for the receivers there. Pepper kind of drifted behind the linebacker far enough to get himself open, but too much air under that throw, and it's incomplete. Bring up 2nd and 10 for MMCRU. Royals season will end tonight. See if they can finish on a positive note. Here's a give to Eben. Hicks tries to get off the left side. Not much there. And gang tackled by a bunch of Hawks. Hicks gets about a yard is all. Lance Barron's the first one there for the tackle. Seemed like that whole defensive line was in on that one. Barron's playing the left defensive end, and he worked his way across the field to make the tackle.
MMCRU trying to use some of its best.
It's 3rd and 9 at the 23 of HMS. KC is looking to throw, and now he's going to get rid of it, and it's almost intercepted. And Landon Elwood had a golden opportunity interception as Nix threw it right into his hands, but it's dropped for the incomplete pass. KC, not sure what he was seeing there as that thing was thrown directly at his face mask. Luckily for Nix that ball was dropped, because that might have had 6 written all over it going the other direction.
We haven't called Lance Barron's name a lot. Surprising, he leads this team in tackles for loss.
It's 4th and 9 for the Royals. 2:09 to go as the clock continues to roll.
And they've been getting the ball out quickly too, which has helped.
And here's a middle screen, and it's going to be caught from Stodden. Regardless, tackled, and it looks like Barron's in on the tackle. Stodden makes the catch, nowhere to go, gets a yard, and that's it. Lance Barron's makes the tackle, and it's a turnover on downs. And with just a minute 38 to go, HMS will run the clock out. And HMS will advance to round 2 of the playoffs next Friday night. And here's a give. It's Ryan Borden, the tackle, or the run for HMS. He's going to get about 6.
Brought down by a number 63, Jonathan David.
Playoff victory and a trip to the second round to play the winner of Alta.
Down to a minute left. HMS a 62-0 lead. Raced out to a 48-0 lead at the half tonight, and have coasted from there with a continuous clock for the second half. Here's a give up the middle, and it's on the ground. The fumble is going to be recovered.
Pearson to Borden.
It looks like it's Wyatt Borden able to recover that fumble.
Hawks recover.
HMS is going to advance to next Friday night's game. They will take on the winner of Galen Catholic and Alta Aurelia. And we'll try to get a score from that one here before we... Well, Galen leading 15-12 at the end of the third quarter is the score update we just had. So the winner of that one will take on HMS next Friday night. Unsure where that will be. You'd think HMS would have the higher seed, so possibly host that game here next Friday night. MMCRU called a timeout here with 32 seconds to go.
Right now in that school, there's some very good athletes. And so for HMS, if they were able to avoid potentially an outside,
The Royals are going to send their starting defense back out on the field here.
The wishbone primarily against the flexbone. They do things out of different formations a lot. That's kind of their primary
And
set.
HMS now onto the field with several of the backups playing on the offensive end, including freshman quarterback Zach Pearson.
HMS, Tommy Den Hartog, freshman wide receiver.
And this is an option pitch. And Volek is going to be stopped. And another timeout from Coach Kyle Oswald. This is going to bring up 4th and 5.
MMCRU is going to force
Back-to-back
HMS
timeouts from MMCRU, and this one with 24 seconds to go. HMS is going to have to punt the ball. We're going to head to a commercial break here. We'll be back for the last 24 seconds right after this. You're watching high school football on Fuller Digital Solutions.
What does Evertek mean to you?
It means internet made real easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and you know, best of all, it means no limits.
Well, they are a lot more than just great internet. They have served rural Northwest Iowa internet customers for more than 30 years.
It means solid internet at a great price. And it's dependable too. With 24/7 tech support, we know we're always covered.
Rural customers deserve great internet too. Get Evertek's no limits internet in 20 counties in Northwest Iowa.
And we're back here at Peterson Field in Hartley. And DJ Doyle in at quarterback on this 4th and 4. And flags down.
Flag on the play.
And a false start on HMS. So the 4th and 4 turns into 4th and 9. And it may be... They may punt now. We'll see.
At the very least, just putting out personnel to say, you know what, let's not let them continue to...
And HMS will, with Doyle back there doing the punting duties as well, he will go under center for the snap. So it's 4th and 9 for HMS with just 24 seconds to go. And Doyle is going to throw a pass. And he's got a man that's caught all the way out to the 46-yard line. Pass complete to Ethan.
DJ Doyle, number 12. Number
It's Ethan
Diem.
Diem on that catch. And Diem's first catch tonight for the sophomore receiver. And with 5 seconds to go now, the clock will run out. And HMS will advance to round number 2 next Friday night. The final score tonight, the Hawks a 62-0 win over MMCRU. We're going to head to a commercial break. We'll be right back with the Evertek postgame show right after this.
Fuller Digital Solutions started a little over 6 years ago doing Facebook Live videos for a couple ball games. And little did we know we'd have the 2020 pandemic and so many reasons for doing live streams on our new YouTube channel. We have 12 schools we cover: Mississippi, South Dakota, and Iowa, and we're always growing. If you're interested in working with FDS as camera operator or play-by-play for the many sports we cover, or if you would like to use our services to live stream your event, email us at fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com and subscribe to Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube.
And welcome back here to the Evertek post-game show. Final tonight, HMS a 62-0 win over MMCRU. There's a quick scoring rundown here. The HMS jumped on the board with a 17-yard TD run for Cooper Ebel just 47 seconds into this one. The 2-point conversion was good, giving HMS an 8-0 lead. Ebel then scored from 4 yards out to make it 16-0 after another successful 2-point conversion. And also in the first quarter, There's Travis Camrat, the sophomore, taking it 16 yards for the touchdown run, making it 24-0 after he had another successful 2-point conversion. And Ebel then dashed in from 3 yards out to make it 32-0 at the 5:53 mark of the second quarter. Ebel then scored from 2 yards out at the 3:48. It's made it 40-0. And DJ Doyle scored 22-yard interception return for a touchdown. It's 48-0 with 2:52 to go in the first half. That made the halftime score 48-0. And then it was Connor Dodd taking the option pitch 45 yards for a touchdown run and a 56-0 lead with 5:42 to go in the third quarter. And then Doyle with a 68-yard TD run, making it 62-0 with 2:02 to go in the third. That was our final tonight. Is all HMS. Final score 62-0 over MMCRU. The Hawks advance to next Friday night's second round matchup as they will take on the winner of Elta Aurelia and Galen Catholic. Those two teams duking it out in Elta tonight. We'll see if we can get a score here. Is Galen Catholic leads 23-20 in the fourth quarter. So HMS take on the winner of Galen Catholic and Elta Aurelia. The Jays a 23-20 lead in the fourth quarter. Thanks again to Evertek, tonight's corporate sponsor, for making our streaming services possible, as well as other sponsors: Savings Bank of Hartley, Elgersma Agency, Sanborn Savings Bank, TCA, and Northwest Iowa Community College. Thanks for joining us for this first round playoff action tonight. HMS a 62-0 winner. Thanks for watching and have a nice evening.